What's going on, traders? It's Richard here with Lionheart-EWA, recording this technical analysis video, Elliott wave analysis right here, technical analysis on metals, XAUUSD gold and XAGUSD silver, but also we'll take a look at the energy sector. Now, besides this video that you can actually learn if you want on the actual website lionheart-wa.com, you'll also be able to notice some frequent videos, because I am starting a sequence right here for this recorded video, so you might as well follow me. If you're not subscribed yet, then it would be a good idea to tap that. If you like this video, please support it with a thumbs up. This way I will be creating more and will give me strength to continue. All right, so let's just jump on XAUUSD on gold on the weekly time frame, because there's something that I would like to emphasize here. Okay, explain basically, because let's say from the top right there, from the time gold actually found this top in September 2011. By the way, today is the 4th of June. It is 14:21 p.m. obviously Eastern European Standard Time. And let's say right here at the top, yeah, since September 2011, just like I said, I am labeling this as an A, B, and then the ending diagonal right here for this super cycle wave A, purple in brackets right here. So the sequence in cycle waves black, A, B, and then the C wave completes this A wave. All right, now this B wave can actually have two ways in which it can develop, either like this A, B, C, okay, so the triangle being in this cycle wave B, or this entire thing is indeed the triangle, and this should get rejected and go very low as 800 US dollars. Yes, it is possible. So what I'm gonna try to do, okay, I need a few more swings, obviously, but I've been on top of it, even from the bottom right here, even here, and even at the top as well. I was present, okay? Now, the point is that there's a few more swing in which needed for me to be able to know if we are going up, okay, for this C leg, or we're not, and we're just basically tanking all the way to the bottom, okay? So again, this can be A, B, C, D, E. So in this case, the B wave, this super cycle B wave, has to be moved here or here, depends. Okay, we'll see. Or it's not, and it's actually the way it's labeled, A, and then the triangle A, B, C, D, E, and then the C wave. Okay, now notice this trend line right here, which represents December 2015, December 2016 lows against support, and it hovered around right here, and it's obviously tested and retested multiple times, because it is important, and this will tell where gold is going. All right, now if we would just shrink it down, we'll move on to the daily time frame. So on the daily charts on this XAUUSD, okay, what I'm going to actually explain to you is obviously I've been very active right here, and also been active right about there before the actual breach. I thought it could actually deliver one more in this type of sequence, but once the breach actually occurred, then obviously right there I've been on top of it. Okay, so right after that, let's say for instance, gold found its bottom in August 2018, and that's basically a point when the markets were a bit dodgy, complicated. The VIX was spiking. There was like a lot of uncertainty going on right there, and the VIX actually affected many other things. But let me allow me to actually explain to you what I actually did right here and how I analyzed gold XAUUSD. So this is a daily time frame, and let's say back in September 26, yeah, I was actually preparing for this thing to develop this B wave, and then off we go to the to the basically with the C leg bullish leg right there. Now, since then, obviously, I was expecting this to be limited because, okay, it broke the trend line. So I was satisfied. I wanted to be satisfied with this C leg right there. Okay, but don't think that I stopped right about there. Following up on that, let's say a bit later on October 30th, 2018, I was actually noticing that this could actually be an impulse, an extension, yeah? So basically a one, and I was expecting the second wave and then the third wave, basically raising the bar a little bit for this goal to actually shoot on the upside, yeah? Now, following up, once the trend actually started and the impulse actually started, the sequence, the extension, I was able to notice that extension and I continued the views in December, on December 3rd, okay, for the upside right there. Now, after it created the channel and after the impulse basically unfolded like that, I was actually explaining that, okay, we could have a retracement, but the upside is still there. And that's basically what happened. You see the retracement right here, according to these small levels right there, and then the upside right about there. Notice these patterns right here. Yeah, these levels, sorry, in which it actually started dropping, and I knew it was basically it was gonna drop because it was approaching these vibration levels, the points of the breaking points, right? But once the trend actually unfolded, this was difficult to track, by the way, okay? Now, I was actually expecting, let's say, A and then A, B, C, okay, in a B wave, which I basically put it right there. So it kind of developed in a difficult pattern, in a sense that this could either be something like a wedge, but in my personal opinion, I just think that this is a corrective sequence, a corrective pattern, yeah, which obviously is an expanding flat. It's no longer a running flat because this point actually exceeded this point, okay? So it confirms the running flat in this intermediate B blue. So this being the first leg A, this being the B wave B, okay, this can actually tag the top as well because we can actually see how extensive this is, okay? And what other tools, besides the wave count, what other tools I actually used to predict this wonderful rise? Because remember, this was actually in a time where people were saying that gold was going to drop, and I said no, gold has one more leg up. And I remember from the previous videos that I did, I actually told you guys, okay? And here's what I used. Now, if you notice this pattern right here, this is a fractal pattern, so it means that these patterns are self-repetitive. They basically unfold and re-unfold. Okay, they take place multiple times. They don't have to be the same, but they actually look alike. Okay, so here's this pattern right here, and what I did was I copied it. Yeah, just like this. Allow me to show you. Yeah, just like this from here all the way from here, yeah, and what I did, I shrink it down and I placed it right there. Okay, so this one is actually this one, yeah, but I put it lower so I can make this and put it right here. So me having a fractal pattern right here, also I noticed the possibility of this being a corrective B wave, right, a running flat, just like it was here. And I said, okay, well, if we do have an A, B, then a rally should come. That's what I've been able to predict. Yeah, this was the most recent view right there. So let's say, noticing that, yeah, I mean, right here, I was inclining for a B wave to actually start or something on the upside to actually start. And as you notice, it actually broke out, gained support on that trend line, this and that. But then I said, okay, I was going to expand my views. And that's when I shared this fractal view on May 16th. So last month, basically, 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks ago. Yeah. So this is when I said that the B wave is ending and we're going to shoot on the upside to retest this trend line. Yeah, important trend line right there. And as you can see, we went above it. Yeah, we are right there. We are some important fibs. So let's just now the analysis is actually starting. Yeah. So there are two ways in which this can actually unfold. But one thing that I do know, one way or another, I will be able to tell which way gold is going to go. Okay. So my only question, basically the most important question is this cycle wave D over, or is it going to be here to actually test this triangular trend line? If it is, yeah, if it's over, then this would be the sequence in an A, B, C, and I wouldn't be comfortable with a new high. Okay, I would not be comfortable with a new high because let's say I wouldn't be in an Eve wave. This should not go higher than the D. Okay, so basically the turquoise E sequence in the A, B, the B wave must not really go there. However, if it does, then this means that the D wave is going to be moved here. That doesn't mean that the downside is not there, even if this is the start of a very big thing. But the way it started, it's an A, B, okay? So it's not going to be a 1, 2, 1, 2, and so on, okay? So bear with me here. But the point is that, as you can actually see, I've been hunting this trend all the way, okay? Now what I'm seeing currently, what I'm actually seeing is this being the A wave, just like so a sequence in the A, B, C for this E, okay? Now if that triangle is over and this goes here, a breach of this will send it to 800, yeah? Or even let's say the first stage is 1115, so $1,115 dollars per for this gold. Now as I said, A and then WXABC, thus completing this WXY double free pattern right there in this expanding flat, thus basically ending the B wave. And the Fibonacci extensions, and we'll zoom on even more for the 2-hour chart because that's when the magic happens, right? Basically the Fibonacci's are actually lining up right here. So let's say from A towards B, you know, primary scale green. For the ending of C, we do have 261.8 right there, and we also have 161.8 of A of this A and this B lining up with these ones as well. Okay, not to mention that we have from W and basically from W next we have 161.8, and from A to B we have the 300%. So there, this is a resistance. Okay, and the exact level is somewhere. Let's say the exact level is 1.336.82. Now we'll zoom in and we're going to the 2-hour time frame. Yeah, and the members, basically LEWA members, Lionheart-EWA analysis members, they were able to know exactly when could be a good time to go long on gold. Yeah, so let's say on May 16 I was actually inclining towards a bullish outcome, in which I was saying that gold, you know, should be able to go on the upside. So even though, I mean, before I was actually present with some multiple views, you know, signals and orders in the section on the website and so on. Okay, but as you can actually see, this went on the upside. Now, this being, let's say, this having one swing up, then the entire corrective pattern, and then this being like this, I will tend to incline that after a corrective sequence right here in this 4, regardless if the third wave is not yet over, this could go even more up to form an ending diagonal of some sort, okay? But the fourth wave, let's say if it does go here, I would actually be inclining for another fifth leg on the upside. So I'm going to label a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5-wave sequence in a C leg before I will turn bearish on gold. Okay, so I think there's a little bit more upside for gold. Now we'll move on to silver, because silver apparently is a bit disappointing. It has not, it did not want to rally like gold did. So this makes me wonder what's going on, right? Because the sequence for silver could be different, and this little pattern right here will tell if a new low is going to be made, because if it is going to do that, then it's certainly going to create a new low, and it's going to 1320 easy. But I would tend to think that silver could surprise, yeah. In the last fifth leg of gold right there, silver could actually surprise with a bold move, a rally, yeah, just so it can actually complete this. Either this is a leading diagonal, just like I'm pointing it out here, okay, or this, similar to gold, can actually be the A wave right here, and then this entire swing on the downside to be a complex triple free. So we'll have an A, B, and then the C leg right here, and this running flat. So A, B, in a sense that A, B, and then the breach. Okay, so it kind of looks like it could be wanting to make a running flat. So the upside might not be so powerful for silver. However, this is just an idea for now. It's not invalidated. Okay, if it goes higher than the channel, then for sure it's going to gain support here, and it's going to be transformed into an expanding flat. But gold already moved in a rally higher, so not sure, okay, about that. But similar to gold, also silver was caught up right there. Okay, so just like that. Now, as you can actually see, let's say back on October 30th, yeah, same thing like gold. Basically, I was expecting the B wave and then the C wave to unfold on the upside. Notice this wonderful, wonderful levels right about there, the selling points, yes, exactly there, and it started dropping. Okay, and then after, I mean, while it started unfolding, I was publishing some new views. As you can actually see, these are private for the members, for the members on the website. Okay, and then it started going on the upside. These were orders as well, okay, with entry points and stuff like that. So right after that, I mean, once it was preparing to end, yeah, I was basically publishing these points for upside, upside, and then poof. Okay, so you can actually see that 1625 was always present there. It's not like I made it up or made a chart right here. Okay, so after that, yeah, of course it went down. That was the point. So 1625 to trigger the sell-off. Now, what I'm trying to explain to you is that I was actually on top of this swing on the upside, and I knew the swing down is the swing on the downside is going to come. Okay, but what next? What am I looking at on silver? Yeah, well, I'm still not satisfied with how this pattern is unfolding. And as you can actually see, silver is known to make these very, very, very difficult patterns. Yeah, even this one. It's a bit complicated. I mean, not so complicated, this one, but um, I would be inclining for a running flat. Okay, so even so, it still has potential for the upside. Yeah. So one more swing on the upside before. So this could synchronize with the fifth leg that I'm seeing on gold. Yeah, before the sell-off. So then they will obviously synchronize for the fall. Yeah. Moving on. XAG, so silver on these 2-hour time frame, just like gold, right? So these points as well were basically explained, published, and so on. Basically, private idea right here for the members. May 16, when I posted these views for the metals. Yeah, so silver right there, it went a bit lower. I wasn't really expecting one more to go like that, yeah, but still the invalidation points, the stop losses were not hit. And as you can actually see, LEWA members, they do get the piece of the pie. So the views are good, bro. If you want them, you're gonna get them on the site. Obviously, I'm not publishing all day every day. That's just not what I do. I do basically my style is mostly compatible with swing trading on big swings because I really don't care about 50 pips. I just want the big one. Okay, so something that counts. Now, silver right here, this downside might not come now. Okay, and if it doesn't, then this can actually surprise in a sense that this could go. Okay, so I'm just saying this could go for one last time. I mean, this could go right from here before it would make that second wave retracement. So if it does go lower than here, then the 50% should trigger the big one and synchronize, of course, with gold. But it does not seem that it's synchronizing with gold. Until now, silver was actually leading gold, and now gold is leading silver. So kind of an alternation here between them as well. So let's just continue to WTI. Okay, now in the daily updates, I was able to track this entire rise. Okay, green room members, they get this every day. They got this every day, and they know exactly what I did and what my views were. But also they were able to track this breach right about here, because that's when I actually tracked the VIX spike, and obviously the indices. But that's for another video. We'll catch you later on the next video for the indices and explain to you basically what I did there with the S&P, right? If you guys remember here, when everybody was actually saying that the SPX will will continue that move on the upside, that's when Richard, let's say on the 4th of April, yeah, said, guys, get ready for the downfall, y'all. And the little man said, okay, we'll see it. So remember the small guy in the back, yeah. So that's when I said that the S&P will fall because the VIX was preparing the spike, and since then the S&P lost a lot of ground. Okay, so let me just continue right here, and I'm just gonna load the S&P. But while the S&P will be loading, let's go back on the WTI, because as you guys can actually see, how I'm labeling WTI crude oil is basically this is the daily time frame. Yeah, so an AB and then 1 2 3. So this should be very strong, but I'm starting to think that this will not stop. I mean, will not actually make that correction, similar to this one, right? Remember me before when I actually sounded the alarms that a big fall is coming on a previous big spike, right? Yeah. Okay, well, it's happening again on a on a bit smaller scale, okay? Not really expecting a new low, okay? I'm actually expecting, just like this one right here, I'm actually expecting a bullish divergence right here. So after a corrective fourth wave, one more drop, and then it goes. And this could go a bit lower towards 78.6% right there, okay? Now, if I just zoom in right here, the way that fall in the breach is labeled is in an A, and then a B wave, and then 1, 2, 3. This 4 can actually become a triangle, running triangle or something like that. But still, in my personal opinion, this is not enough. Okay, so even if it creates a new low, which I believe it wants to do, maybe tag the 61.8 right here, get rejected temporarily, and then come back. Okay, like that, or something like that. But when it comes to the GDX, okay, the gold mining vectors on the daily time frame, this is another tool that I used to be able to predict. Okay, now of course there is a harmonic pattern right right there as well. Okay, but also right about there, synchronizing with some other views on May 2nd, yeah, I said that the GDX could be bouncing off this box. And it hovered around here, okay? It hovered around this trend line. I was getting like anxious to, because you know it's not really the best thing to see when a potential breach happens and then you actually get this mess. And I'm like, okay, dude, where is this going, right? And I said, okay, well, that's when I noticed that this swing made came up like this, and this couldn't be the end of it and just start falling. And then when I saw this swing, okay, that's when I've been able to tell that the GDX is indeed, I mean, the GDX has indeed one more swing on the upside. The only question is, when will this swing on the upside actually stop? Now, as you can see, it is at the 261.8. Doesn't look like it wants to retrace from there, but still, I mean, this is the third day in a row, and we have some gaps, acceleration gaps, one after another. So this is clearly a third wave right here. So what I would expect would be a retracement, not sure when, okay? This could go even a bit higher and then make the correction. I don't know that yet, okay? But one thing that I do know, my view was up, it wasn't down. So if it goes up, then it means that, you know, my traders are doing good, okay? So back, let's just see on the SPX, on the XPX right there, okay? Let's just load this chart. And basically, what I did here with the SPX was I've been publishing these views, and you guys can actually, I mean, you guys know from I mean the entry points and stuff like that from the time I actually posted that video and all these, right? So this is just like a bonus be, besides the metals and all that, right? So I've been basically publishing this bearish views right there, okay? And let's say I think these are the orders that would gain attention. So let's say on April 10th, I actually posted these levels right here, okay? And as you can actually see, right from there, okay, it actually started going on the downside, okay? And these were obviously updated, and then I reposted um, my views. This is actually a public idea, okay? Just letting people know what I'm up to, okay? I was actually expecting one more high, but I was already bearish with these, okay? So let's take a look at how this thing actually unfolded on the downside. Now, I'm labeling it obviously in a wave 2, intermediate wave 2 blue retracement, okay? But how I'm labeling it? Well, this doesn't really look like a wave as a 5-wave sequence because I'm not comfortable with this pattern right there. So I'm labeling it as an AB and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a C wave. So this means that it's corrective. This also means that this could be a running flat. Because the VIX, I believe the VIX will be making a corrective piece on the downside before it goes up for one more. And that one more VIX rise would represent this fall, thus the completion of an A, B, C. So the B wave labeled in a running flat, after which after 2 comes 3. So this is where I would be expecting the bull market to actually return and a massive rally, obviously on the upside for indices worldwide, and the recovery, the last one before the market crash. But if it does, if it breaches the 61.8 of December last year, December 2018 lows, and the and this let's say May 19th highs, the 61.8 breach would cause damage. So a breach of 2,570, something like that, but yeah, will be serious. Because if it breaches the golden ratio, then this means that the market crash could have already started. Now, I don't believe that yet, and I will tell you why. It's basically how it started with a free. this typically has a lot of overlaps, and it's not really something to, I mean, something that in which this could pass as a wave 2. So instead of wave B, we'll put a wave 2 here, and this means that the market crash is like imminent, but it's not. Yeah, so I still believe that there's more upside for the indices after this fall. So that's about it for today. I hope you enjoyed these views. And one more thing, just before you go, guys, if you do like these views, let's say for instance, if you want the daily updates, I do daily updates on the site. Yeah, this could actually help you out. Now, if you're looking for constant analysis and wave counts, then you have basically everything you need right here. Okay, so as you can see, there's a lot indices, metals, basically FX majors, metals, energy, FX crosses, FX exotics, you know, European indices, US indices, cryptos on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple. Yeah, but if you're just looking for services, let's say for instance, maybe you're looking for one-on-one sessions, then heavyweight is basically here. Private sessions, that is, let's say charting or even trading sessions. Yeah, so if you would like to trade this type of waves with me, take a look at the website, and we'll actually see it through. Now, if you would like me to trade these for you, there is a possibility as well. Just open the doors for some managed accounts right here for the invest fund. If you want to participate, please read through and also agree to the terms and conditions, obviously. Yeah, but let's say maybe you just want to educate yourself. There's a very long course in which I'm explaining all these patterns and the way I'm doing this analysis for free. It's available for the members. Yeah, so just go on the site, just take a look, and I will catch you guys later. Hopefully, we'll be able to track this and get ready for the next swing. Yeah, on gold. So basically, we're looking like this, and we'll see that before. But I just wanted to brief you up once again. If you do like this video, please support it with a thumbs up. Thank you very much. And until next time, as always, as I like to say to all my traders, stay in the green and many pips ahead. Bye for now, y'all.